The headlines clamor. Will Congress ever learn its lesson? Gridlock has cost U.S. billions, and the meter is still running. And President Obama on U.S. shutdown. Nobody is winning. As I wearily scroll through an endless sea of disappointing titles, I read about infighting, polarization, and petty squabbles that are crippling our nation, and I do not feel very optimistic about our nation's future. In government class, I raise my hand and ask, why can't everyone just get along? My teacher doesn't have an answer, but as I think about it more and more, I think I know why. Americans are fighters. This is both our greatest strength and greatest weakness, and is what sets us apart. As fighters, we are strongly ruled by our ideology and will attack any goal to which we set our minds. So, historically, Americans have been a thorn in everyone's side. We decided that an island thousands of miles away had no right to rule us, so we fought for our independence. After we won, Federalists and Anti-Federalists passionately battled over the creation of the Constitution. We fought to maintain our independence in the War of 1812, then brutally waged war on any who stood in the way of manifest destiny. In the Civil War, the issue of states' rights and slavery tore a community of fighters apart, setting them against each other. In World War I, we fought for and defended our staunchest allies. During the Depression, Americans were forced to be more innovative fighters than ever before. To win, Americans had to make do or do without. In World War II, we fought to protect the world from German and Japanese expansionism and tyranny. And in the Cold War, we fought to preserve the American way of life. So the history of America is the history of a fighter. Cunning and determined, yes, but human. In the government shutdown, we have two sides viciously opposing the other, which is obviously unproductive. But even this negative example shows that Americans still fervently fight for what they believe and won't give up. Although this can hurt us, our attitude is what will ultimately save us and gives me faith in the nation's future. My great-grandmother grew up during the Great Depression, remembered putting newspaper in her shoes, asking where her milk was and being told it had been in her pudding. And though the Depression was devastating, the Depression tempered her, made her a more frugal and effective fighter. 70 years after the Depression, we were making cupcakes together, and she scraped the bottom of the bowl to get enough batter to make one more cupcake, saying, "There, that will make another mouthful." Having beaten the Depression, my great-grandmother has passed down her tips on conquering obstacles to me, a weathered boxer showing the rookie how to throw a jab. Through my great-grandmother's stories, I have seen that during the Great Depression, America was hit hard, knocked to the ground. But, as always, she jumped right back up, ready to deliver another punch. I know that no matter the situation, America will always recover and come back swinging. And this gives me hope. As Patrick Henry said, if we wish to be free, if we mean to preserve inviolate those inestimable privileges for which we have been so long contending, we must fight. Not only is it our nature to clash with others, it is our duty to do so if we want to preserve our American ideals of life and liberty. I know America will continue on, for better or worse, because America will always fight to survive. Unique among peoples, Americans have the indomitable revolutionary spirit, as shown by strong-willed internal disputes such as the government shutdown and feisty international relations. Through seeing these debates in a different light, I have become increasingly optimistic about our future as a nation. Don't get me wrong, our combative nature has gotten us into a lot of trouble, like Vietnam, Afghanistan, Iraq, and other wars. But it's also what makes us great.